Hey everyone, KSLA First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle here. We do continue in a very typical summer pattern in the Arklatex that features heat, humidity, and occasionally some rain and thunderstorm activity, although not all days will be particularly active in terms of rainfall. But let's talk about the next day, that it's going to be a little bit more scattered across the area instead of isolated like it's been the last few afternoons. That is going to be coming up for the weekend, particularly on Saturday. There is a cold front that will stall across the area. That will likely provide some focus for showers and thunderstorms. So the rain chances will be going up to start the weekend. And we're also going to be watching for perhaps some isolated severe weather. The chance at least will be there for seeing some stronger storm activity here in the Arklatex. That will include not only heavy downpours and lightning, but the possibility for some gusty wind and maybe some hail as well, which is very typical of strong summer thunderstorm activity. Usually we don't have concerns about tornadoes during the summer months, and it doesn't appear that that will be a concern this go-round either. But of course it is something we'll continue to closely keep an eye on. Average high this time of year is 90. That number, of course, gradually going up into the summer months. We'll be above it on Friday, about 95, but then with the rain and storm activity around on Saturday, temperatures will come down, and where we do get rainfall, of course, they'll come down a good bit more later into the afternoon. Sunday, though, we bounce back into the mid-90s with decreasing rain chances, and then early next week staying mostly into the low 90s before we kick it back up a notch, it looks like, for the second half of next week. All right, here's the latest on your Friday forecast, including what we'll see this evening. And it does look like things will be relatively quiet. I don't think we'll have a whole lot in the way of rain and thunderstorm activity out there, but still could be a few isolated spots through sunset. Temperatures by 8 o'clock starting to fall back to near the 80-degree mark. We'll continue to cool off gradually overnight tonight. Starting off your Friday, really the way the last few mornings have turned out. Some hazy sunshine. It'll be not too warm, but a little bit on the mild side and also quite muggy, with temperatures starting off probably in the mid to high 60s across the area, and might even start off near 70 in a few locations as well. Through the morning hours tomorrow, quickly heating up by the noon hour, around 90 in quite a few locations with mostly sunny start to the day. And then for your Friday afternoon, clouds will bubble up. Some of those will develop into a few widely scattered showers and storms. Otherwise, outside of any rainfall, it is going to be seasonably hot, lower 90s for the most part across the Arklatex. Of course, if you see some rain, that will help bring the temperatures down later into the afternoon. Here's a look at your First Alert 7-day forecast again. Saturday, the next best chance for some widely scattered showers and storms. Again, potentially could have some isolated severe weather, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. 91 for the high as we start the weekend. We bounce back to 95 on Sunday as those rain chances drop back to around 20%. They'll stay fairly isolated on Monday, might tick up just slightly on Tuesday. And then after that, really the focus is going to be on the heat. Mid-90s by Wednesday, and by the end of next week, upper 90s possible. And when you add in the humidity, much of next week it is going to be feeling like triple digits out there. And although we could see an isolated pop-up shower in the heat, second half of next week, I think in general rain chances will be pretty low across the majority of the area. Latest on your forecast always here on our website, KSLA.com, also on your smartphones with the KSLA First Alert weather app. All the latest details on those weekend storm chances and the heat for next week in your forecast on KSLA News 12 at 4, 5, 6, and 10. I'll see you then.